Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode number 18 of Gulf Coast Wrestling. Almost said Championship Wrestling. You're not going to get me this time. We are just hot off the heels, 1 week removed from the pay-per-view, The Clash, where we saw some epic matches. Big monumental waves here. We have new champions. We have a briefcase holder, which is the first time in GCW history ever that there's been one. But EC3 coming out here to make some statements at the top of the show. What could EC3 have to say? I'm sick of tired of being held in the back. Talent like mine should be celebrated, not ignored, but somehow that's exactly what's going on. I'm being ignored and passed over time and time again. Well, that ends tonight. Well, to be fair, I do not believe he was in the briefcase match, which EC3 would have done very well in. Or not even on the kickoff show. He wasn't even on the pay-per-view, so I understand why he's pretty angry. And if I were him, I would want to be on the pay-per-view. Someone's been taunting me and interfering in my matches, not true, distracting me and taking away from my focus. That's important to me. I've realized that it's time to address this bastard head and take him on, pursue my real goals. EC3 been thinking about someone that's been in the back. Who could he be thinking about? Who could be bothering EC3? I don't need to prove myself to anyone, but if I have to compete against the best and I can't compete against myself, then I guess you'll have to do. So someone out having trouble reading. Calling out the champion, the GCW Internet champion, the dashing one. Don't know why Shane Thorne's Titantron's playing, because I don't have a Titantron. Why Shane Thorne? That's so strange. Anyway, the dashing one, the GCW Internet champion, being called out by EC3. The dashing one wearing GCW colors, red and black. He does match the ring, and I didn't even do that on purpose. I just thought the two colors kind of look cool on him. But he does match, which is funny. The dashing one defeating Alex Shelley at the Clash to pick up the victory. And I am going to quickly bump the game volume down because twice now I've gotten copyright claims. And I would prefer for that not to happen again. I'm not even going to try to read this one. Because I'm having trouble reading. You don't stand a chance against me. And we both know it. Dashing has been on pretty much of a hot streak here, defending his title. Very handedly. Oh, I'm glad you're out here. I could use a laugh. Well, I am a very funny person. I'm the best robot in the GCW. That is not true. I have a lot of charisma. Don't touch me. Don't you touch me, EC3. EC3 looks like he is going to be challenging me. Whoa, hold up there, Tex. I don't know if you know where I come from, but where I come from, there's a little thing we call respect. You don't just step up to a man in the ring and start going off all half-cocked. What? Anyway, where I come from, I don't think we have respect most of the time. Because I come from Bad Street, Atlanta, GA. It's actually where my character's from, Bad Street, Atlanta, Georgia. Like I said before, countless times, he is trained by the Hall of Famer Robert Gibson, one half of the Rock and Roll Express. I am not kidding in the slightest. I'll come into whatever ring I want. EC3, of course, coming to the GCW after being released by WWE. The GCW acknowledges me as the champion. Who are you? You're still nobody. Mr. Money in the Bank don't get anything unless you win. It's uncashed. He's not Mr. Money in the Bank. Don't act like you're all of that. He's not Money in the Bank. He was actually not in the briefcase match that took place at the Clash. Do you really think any of that would get to me? You know who I am, right? Hello, Earth 2 moron. Is there anybody in that thick, stupid skull of yours? No, clearly not. Your head is empty as everyone else here. He just did the Batista thumb down thing to me. That's gonna get you a good old powerbomb. Some people need to be told their place in the business over and over and still don't get it, won't submit. Because when I'm through with you, that's exactly what you're going to do. Submit to me. Oh, I don't need to apologize, but require silent obedience is... the Dashing One does use the Dragon Sleeper as a finishing move. So he could definitely make EC3 submit. I don't know what he's saying. Oh, he just headbutted him. I don't think I'm playing. Am I playing? No, I'm not playing. I'm just making sure. He's turned into a brawl. EC3 attacking the Dashing One. Big DDT there. EC3 tried to headbutt him. Big kick to the midsection by the Dashing One. Big boot by EC3. Soccer ball kick to the midsection. This has quickly devolved into violence. This is not a sanctioned match. This is just an all-out brawl. With a big arm drag there, the Dashing One. Big enziguri to EC3. I don't think I've ever seen that headbutt cutscene. That's pretty cool. Just kind of got close and headbutted him. And I only dropped to a knee because I'm such a badass. Big overhanded punch. Big forearm gets reversed and a clothesline over the top rope. EC3 celebrating. Big punch. Flips him over. Snapmare there by EC3. Kick to the midsection. Bounces. Oh, he gets reversed. Bounces his face off the apron. The ref trying to break it up. Oh, into the... Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're back here for the second segment here of GCW episode number 18. And we are kicking off the action here tonight with Io Shirai, the new GCW Women's Champion, taking on a big challenger here tonight in Nicole Walker. Nicole Walker, of course, made her debut last week, 2 weeks ago, against Josie Jane. I think 2 weeks ago against Josie Jane, and she defeated Josie Jane. Now she's looking to defeat the new women's champion, Io Shirai. But can Nicole Walker actually defeat Io Shirai, or will the Genius of the Sky reign dominant here on episode number 18? Of course, Io Shirai coming into GCW being extremely dominant in her short little run she had up until the pay-per-view, challenged Shayna Baszler for the Women's Championship and defeated Shayna Baszler at the Clash for the championship. She will now hold that championship into the 4th of July Bash. Will she retain it there, or will she drop it? We will see. And here comes Nicole Walker, one of the most powerful and just meanest women on the GCW roster. Absolutely a force to be reckoned with. Very, very methodical in the things that she does. Her wrestling style is very much of a powerhouse, if you would like to say, which you don't see from women of her size too often. Nicole Walker, relatively short and small, but definitely using that power offense to her advantage. Sporting bright white here tonight on her second ever match here in GCW. She was supposed to fight Shayna Baszler a while back as well, but Io Shirai, of course, getting involved. Now Nicole Walker and Io Shirai will solve their differences, if they have any, here tonight. who will walk away victorious? Nicole Walker, ironically nicknamed Red, or Io Shirai? Nicole Walker, like I said, ironically being nicknamed Red, of course, one of the characters I used in my career mode. Sure. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, with our second match of the night. I want to go ahead and get this out of the way. The first segment of the show I was very not into. I was very sad, if you could not tell. But now I'm better. It's been a few hours. This is the second time I'm recording this match, just so I want to go ahead and put that out there. Big punch, Io Shirai pulling on the arm of Nicole Walker. Nicole Walker definitely has the strength advantage, and she also has the height advantage, but Io Shirai has the quickness advantage in this match, definitely. And I'm sorry if I'm quiet, it's late, nobody's home, I just would prefer to be a bit more quiet, because it's late. Shayna Baszler making her presence known here. Titantron trying to get in the head of Io Shirai. Nicole Walker trying to capitalize. Gets reversed though, but reverses again on her own. Big clothesline takes out the women's champion Shirai. Picks her up. Punch to the midsection by Shirai now. Io Shirai with a big dropkick. I say Io Shirai. It's I think correctly pronounced Io Shirai. I've just heard a bunch of people say it Io. Big Hurricane Rana with a big fist now. Can't tell if that squeak is my chair or for something else. I'm hella paranoid. Look at the strength of Nicole Walker. Just suplexes her. Ref at a count of 6 now. Both women need to get back in the ring and quick. Ref at a count of 7. Io Shirai back in the ring. Nicole Walker steps back in the ring. Just trying to figure out where that noise is coming from. Because I'm hella scared. Big Hurricane Rana here by Io Shirai. Nicole Walker back to her feet. Gets reversed into a crossface. Will Nicole Walker tap out here and put away this match? And she gets out of it. She gets out of the submission. Io Shirai bringing her to the corner, but Nicole Walker with the elbows to get out of it. Big pin there, gets kick out. Gets a kick out. Io Shirai going for a kick but gets missed. Island to island, something like that. It's a big move I forgot the name of, but big move there by Nicole Walker. Big punch there by Io Shirai. Another big forearm right to the face. Drop toe hold. When Io Shirai wasn't paying attention, Nicole Walker is fired up and ready to go. Picks her up, puts her on the top. Io Shirai kicks her right to the face. Irish Whip of her own, big drop kick by Io Shirai. Putting together some big moves. Big combination moves. Drags her to the center of the ring, goes for the pin. Io Shirai, 1 kick out. Nicole Walker at a kick out after everything Io's put her through already. Io Shirai gets the reversal. Big punch. Kick to the back now. Rolls out of it. Irish Whip into the ring. Io Shirai gets a big punch right to the midsection for a trouble and a big running knee to the face of Io Shirai, the pin. 1 and a kick out by Io now. Both women kicking out at a 1 count. That's ridiculous. After everything the match has been through so far. Grabs her by the hair, brings her to the ropes. Flips her over the top rope now. Io Shirai back in control. Nicole Walker flips her, arm drags her out of the ring. Have not seen that move ever. I think I hear a dog barking. I'm positive that's what that noise is. I'm not going outside to check, because fuck that, it's dark outside. And my dog's inside, and that's all that fucking matters. Io Shirai getting her head bounced off of nothing. Big drop kick misses. Kick to the back. Referee count of 5. Big move there by Walker. Referee count of 6. Referee count of 7 now. Both women need to get back in the ring quickly. Another big move there. Island to island, or whatever it's called. Fucking hell. Alright, well fuck this match. I'm tired of recording it over and over again. Nicole Walker beats Io Shirai via countout. I guess you can give some of the assists to Shayna Baszler, although she did fuck all. So this match will probably be a rematch. God, what is that noise? Anyway, next match. Guess who is back? It is the Mustache Mountain. They are back here in GCW. We are finally starting to launch some type of a tag division. Just heard another fucking noise. Excuse me for 1 second. I'm just gonna step away for a second. And I am back. I just wanted to go grab something really quickly. But yes, Mustache Mountain is back. We're finally starting to do some type of a tag division. Over the next few weeks, we're going to have some tag teams fight and face it out. And the 4 tag teams that are going to be fighting it out over the next coming weeks are going to be at the 4th of July Bash. And it's going to be a fatal 4-way match to crown the first ever GCW Tag Team Champions. We're not doing much of a tournament. It's just a couple teams are going to be fighting it out from here and here. It'll be Mustache Mountain versus FTR here tonight. Fuck the Revival, if you want to call them that. FTR, Dash Wilder and Scott Dawson, or Cash and Drax, I think is what they're going by now. I think so, don't quote me. These guys versus Mustache Mountain are kicking this little thing off, and whoever wins this match will go on to, not next week, but the week after next, to face the team that wins next week's match. I believe. So yeah, we 2 teams next week will fight, and whoever wins that will go on to episode number 20 to fight, and then 21 just to blow off match between probably maybe the losers or something of the little match. But anyway, the pay-per-view, all 4 teams will be there competing for the GCW Tag Team Champion. Trent Seven has a very jiggly beard. Anyway, they'll be there at the pay-per-view to fight for the championships to crown the first ever. So will it be FTR or Mustache Mountain? Either 4 of these teams will be in there, and I'll go ahead and announce them, I guess, because it's not really much of a surprise. They've all been on here before, just one hasn't been a full team. The other team is the Bearded Men, which is Bo Dallas and... Who did I put with Bo Dallas? I'm gonna feel so bad when next week rolls around and I'm like, oh, that's who it was. Because I made this team a while ago. They haven't been used yet since we haven't had a tag division. I'm struggling on remembering his name. It's the bearded men, Bo Dallas and whoever I put with him that I just cannot remember the name of. And no, Eric Young, that's who it was. Bo Dallas and Eric Young. They're both a tag team. They'll be competing next week against the family, Connor and Jared Wyatt. And that will be your next week's tag match. And then whoever wins this match and whoever wins next week's match, like I said, will go on to the next episode to face each other. And then on episode 21, it will be the two losers going off to fight each other of that match. But all four of them will still be in the pay-per-view match for the championships. Next, I would like to announce a match that will be happening in our co-main event of the evening. It'll be Noam Dar, the former Best of the Indies champion. Spoiler, by the way. He will be putting his number one contendership on the line for the championship up against James Storm, the returning James Storm. Big clothesline there by Tyler Bates sends Cash right over the top rope. So our co-main event will be a phenomenal contendership for the Best of the Indies Championship. The winner, of course, will go on to face Aries, the champion, at the pay-per-view. So it will either be Noam Dar or James Storm. Another tag in there, Drax Hardwood, I think was his name. Drax Hardwood, maybe. And Tyler Bate. Drax to the top rope. I should probably check. I'm positive Dash is now Cash. Let me just pull up Twitter real quick. Because that's where you find all your information. Yep. Cash is Dash, or Dash is Cash. However you want to say that. Fear the Revolt, I guess is what their new name is. Fear the Revolt, I would presume. Cash. I believe it's Drax Hardwood is the other guy. I don't know, but I'm gonna call him Drax anyway. Maybe he couldn't get his name and that's his GCW name. Don't really know. But Fear the Revolt, FTR. Trent Severin has done nothing. Dash and Scott Dawson or Cash and Drax have done nothing. And Tyler Bate has been just put through hell, apparently. Because all of his health is gone, for the most part. Cash choking out Trent Seven. You can see Cash has a very noticeable bald spot in the back of his head for some strange reason. Very, very noticeable. Is that supposed to be there? Or is that just a glitch? Trent Seven with the big chops to Drax now. Misses with a super kick. Drax goes in for a clothesline. Gets reverse Trent Seven now. Wrenching on the arm of Drax while they tap out. To Trent Seven. Nope. Punch the midsection. Picks up the big frame of Trent Seven. Snake eyes right into the turnbuckle. There's a stare down now. Trent Seven back to his feet. Drax drops him down, grabs the leg, and just does a little fancy move over his entire body. Big stomp. Now just elbows to the top of the head of Trent Seven. I always want to say Severn. Trent Severn. Because it's like German, I think. but it's Trent 7, which is a bit confusing, but a big tiger suplex there. Goes for the pin. 1, 2, 3. And Mustache Mountain picks up the win against Fear the Revolt, FTR, here tonight, in a relatively quick tag match that I genuinely was not expecting to be as long as a normal singles match. But alright then. Maybe this won't be the longest episode in history, huh? Anyway, Mustache Mountain rectifying their loss from last time, picking up the win here tonight. They will go on to face either the Bearded Men or the Family. Not next week, but the week after next. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our co-main event of the evening. James Storm, the returning James Storm, will be taking on Noam Dar for the number 1 contendership for the Best of the Indies Championship. Noam Dar, the former champion, dropping that title to Aries after a highly contested match. One of the hardest matches I have ever had to record in my life. But it was recorded. The deed was done. James Storm was missing textures, of course, on his leg because WWE 2K20. But anyway, James Storm is back, and he's looking for a fight. And he's going to get that fight in the former Best of the Indies champion, Noam Dar. The Scottish Supernova, the former champion. It's so weird to see him without the championship. And of course, Aries is not on this show tonight. Our main event is a surprise main event. But Aries will be making a return on episode number 20. That's when his scheduled return date is. He took a couple of days off due to, of course, things that are going on in the world right now. But we are still trying to carry on the show as best as we can. But Aries will be back. The champion will be back. He will defend his championship at GCW 4th of July Bash. We had Brawl for All, The Clash, and now the Bash. We're getting the cliche names out of the way, and then we'll move on to interesting names afterward. Because I believe I have the next pay-per-view scheduled for the 4th of July. Of course, yeah, after July. It's GCW Old Wounds, August 1st, kicking off the month right with a pay-per-view. Noam Dar still has no health whatsoever, so that should be interesting, to say the least. I figured it was the alternate attire, so that's why there was one episode where he had a blue attire, and then you never saw it again, because I thought it was the attire that messed him up. I even deleted the attire off of him, I believe, and I'm like, okay, maybe it's the championship, so I took the championship off of him, after a while, of course. And still, no, nothing. Still sucky for some reason. Don't know why. Big kick there by Noam Dar, taking out the Cowboy James Storm, the Scottish Supernova, former champion, just wearing down the Cowboy James Storm. But yes, our next pay-per-view after the 4th of July Bash is Old Wounds. Somebody's distracting James Storm. I think that's Max Mercer's theme song. A newer talent here to GCW. Noam Dar definitely taking advantage of it. But the elbows of James Storm, too much. Chicken wing suplex. by the Cowboy James Storm. Yeah, I do believe that was Max Mercer's theme song. What does Max Mercer want to do with James Storm? Noam Dar, what's he going for here? Big apron DDT. That's going to give you a splitting headache, I promise you. Big chop there by Dar, another chop. Big chop by James Storm, dropkick gets reversed. James Storm with a kick. Dropkick gets reversed. No dropkicks happening today. James Storm slaps away the hands. Irish whip. Ref at a count of 4, James Storm steps back in the ring, smart to break the count or just win via countout. Because James Storm can win via countout and become the new #1 contender for the Best of the Indies Championship. Big forearm there by the former champ. Big forearm there by James Storm. Wouldn't that be a match? James Storm versus Aries for the Best of the Indies Championship. That'd definitely be interesting. Collar and elbow tie up right here in front of the camera. Irish whip right into the steel steps. Ref at count of 6 now. Ref at count of 7. Both men need to get back in the ring. Ref going to be at a count of 8 here in a second. Ref at a count of 8. Okay. 9. Both men back in the ring miraculously goes straight into a knee bar. Will James Storm tap out to the rolling knee bar? Noam Dar's got that thing cinched in, but James Storm gets the big boot right to the face of Dar. Now goes for the pin. 1. And a kick up by the Cowboy James Storm. Like I said, this is James Storm's return match. He's only had a handful of matches in GCW. He was in the Best of the Indies tournament. He teamed up with Bo Dallas, I believe, to take on Chase and Connor, and now he's here. So he was in toward the earlier parts of the show, and now he's back toward now. The pin. 1, 2, and a kick out by the Cowboy James Storm. Rick Scottish Sickle is the one that did that, but Noam Dar be very wary of that enziguri. Misses with a low down drop kick. Irish whip into the corner. Big running knee to the face of Dar. Big forearm now to Dar. Stomp to the arm. Now James Storm just working the arm of the former champ. Big right hand punch. Abdominal stretch to Noam Dar. Will he tap out? He does not. The punch is right to the nose. Head scissor. Takes out the Cowboy James Storm. Big enziguri out of nowhere. He's just like Randy Orton with that move. Out of frickin' nowhere. Goes for the pin. 1, 2, 3. And the winner of the match. And still the #1 contender for the Best of the Indies Championship. The Scottish Supernova and former champion who held the title for a record 93 days. Well, a record 93 days for him. But 93 days. The Scottish Supernova, Noam Dar. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our main event of the evening, and it is a big triple threat match with 3 huge names in it. We have the new briefcase holder, Kennedy Kidd. He has a contract to cash in on the Best of the Indies champion anytime, any place, anywhere. Kennedy Kid defeated many other men in a 30-something minute match to kick off the main show of the pay-per-view. The entrances alone, I believe, took 14 or 15 minutes. 8-man ladder match to decide who was the winner of that briefcase. Kennedy Kid walked away with the briefcase. And here comes the returning Chris Danger. We have a huge main event. The briefcase holder, Kennedy Kid, versus former GCW champion, Chris fucking Danger. Made his return at the ladder match, ironically enough. Just one of the bigger names making their return or debut in that match. Kennedy Kid returned after a month-long hiatus from GCW. Returned to that match. Returned and won the briefcase, mind you. Chris Danger returned after a year or two hiatus from GCW, trying to win the briefcase so he can cash in on the champion to become a 2-time GCW champion. GCW Best of the Indies is pretty much what it's called, but if we start calling it the GCW Championship, that's probably okay, until we decide to add another just high card title, GCW Championship. I don't know. That's so far down the road, it's crazy. Anyway, Chris Danger. He is a one-time GCW champion and has the record as the longest reigning Best of the Indies champion in history. 279 days, I believe, is what his title reign clocks in at. James Saxton has only held it for 106, I think. Noam Dar held it for 93, and Aries has only held it for about a week. And making his debut in GCW on the main show, made his debut at the ladder match a week ago. Cassius Ono, or Chris Hero as he's known on the independent circuit. The knockout artist Chris Hero made his debut in the ladder match, looking to win the briefcase to go on to cash in on the champion at any time. If Cassius Ono would have thrown a huge wrench into the GCW workhouse. Kennedy Kid just barely grabbing that briefcase when he had the most opportune time. Cassius Ono or Chris Danger was not far from behind from grabbing that briefcase themselves. Here we are, our main event match, a huge triple threat. Cassius Ono, Chris Danger, Kennedy Kid. A first time ever big drop kick going right for Kennedy Kid and a big knockout punch by Cassius Ono. Right to Chris Danger. Chris Danger and Cassius Ono going at it. The two bigger names arguably in this match. Now, big suplex by Chris Danger to Kennedy Kid. Kennedy Kid, of course, challenged for the GCW Championship, came up short each time against Noam Dar. Big spinning drop kick there. Big chop by Ono. Big punch, picks him up on his shoulders. Snake eyes right into the corner. Chris Hero and Chris Danger, both going right after Kennedy Kid to start a big cutter there by Danger. Kennedy Kid and Danger with a quick stare down. Kennedy Kid, Chris Danger slaps away the hand though. DDT by Danger. Kip up by Kennedy Kid. Goes for the powerbomb. Set out powerbomb to Chris Danger. Kennedy Kid can wrestle with the best of them. Mark my words. Big kick, big Irish whip there. Cassius Ono pushes him off. Goes for the pin. 1. And a kick out by Kennedy Kid. Kid rolls out to the outside after having most of the punishment in the match done to him. Now it's just Chris Danger and Cassius Ono. He goes for the pin on Danger, or Ono. Chris Danger going for the powerbomb on Kenny the Kid this time. Right into the turnbuckle. Buckle bomb right to Kenny the Kid. Chris Danger picks him up. Now the knees, the combinations, the kicks, the big knee strike there. Kenny the Kid going back outside there and again running knee right to Ono. Ono rolling to the outside now. It's just Kenny the Kid and Chris Danger. Kenny the Kid steps back in the ring, elbow for his troubles, kick to the midsection. Hammerlock DDT. Picking him back up. Hip toss into the armbar. Kenny the Kid with that cinched in armbar. But Chris Danger fighting his way out of it. Punch right to the side of the head. Multiple times. Cassius Ono. Rolling cutter. Chris Danger's turn to roll out of the ring. Kenny the Kid with a reversal. DDT or STO. Ripcord knee strike to Cassius Ono. Kenny the Kid putting in the fight. Fired up. Pointing to him in the corner. Big boot right to the face of Ono. Danger! Both men went for a super kick. Both men went for a kick. This time big clothesline by Kenny the Kid. Kenny the Kid putting in the work against both men. Big drop kick though by Danger takes Kenny the Kid out of the equation. Picks up Ono again. Oh, knee right to the chest, or was it the face? I couldn't tell. Danger and Ono to the outside. Big punch takes up Cassius down. Big punch misses Cassius with a big punch. Right into the apron now. There's no countouts in a triple threat match, which is nice. Big punch there by Danger. Big knee strike there by Danger as well. Kenny the Kid taking the time to showboat a little bit. Picking Cassius up on... Throws him back in there. It's late. I apologize. It's 12:35. Kenny the Kid. Chris Danger sit out powerbomb into the pin. 1, 2, 3, and Kenny the Kid defeats Chris Danger and Cassius Ono, but pins Chris Danger in Chris Danger's return match and Cassius Ono's technical debut match. Insane match. People, I think Kenny the Kid, oh, he's new, he's not as big as Chris Danger or Cassius Ono. That man is a Money in the Bank, is a briefcase holder to cash in on the champion anytime, and he's won in the main event against two of the biggest players. Kenny the Kid is a huge name, and will be. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you next week on GCW, Gulf Coast Wrestling.